What's up, guys? Welcome to March 11th as we dive into Numbers chapter 34. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Give these instructions to the Israelites. When you come into the land of Canaan, which I am giving you as your special possession, these will be the boundaries. The southern portion of your country will extend from the wilderness of Zion along the edges of Edom. The southern boundary will begin on the east side of the Dead Sea, and it will then run south past Scorpion Pass into the direction of Zin. In southernmost point will be Kadesh Barnea, from which it will go to Hazar Adar and on to Asmon. From Asmon, the boundary will turn toward the brook of Egypt and end at the Mediterranean Sea. Your western boundary will be the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. Your northern boundary will begin at the Mediterranean Sea and run east to Mount Hor, then to Lebo Hamath, and on through Zidah and Zaphron to Hazarana. This will be your northern border. The eastern border will start at Hazar Anan and run south to Shafam, then down to Riblah on the east side of Ain. From there, the boundary will run down along the eastern edge of the Sea of Galilee and then along the Jordan River to the Dead Sea. These are the boundaries of your land. Then Moses told the Israelites, "This territory is the homeland you are to divide among yourselves by sacred lot. The Lord has commanded that the land be divided among the 9.5 remaining tribes. The families of Reuben, Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh have already received their grants of land on the east side of the Jordan River, across from Jericho, toward the south sunrise." And the Lord said to Moses, "Eleazar the priest and Joshua son of Nun are the men designated to divide the grant of land among the people. Enlist one leader from each tribe to help them with the task. These are the tribes and the leaders and the names of the leader: Judah, Caleb son of Jephunneh; Simeon, Shemuel son of Amulhad; Benjamin, Eladad son of Keslon; Dan, Berki son of Jogli; Manasseh son of Joseph; Hanel son of Ephod; Ephraim son of Joseph; Kemuel son of Sheptan; Zebulun; Elazaphan son of Parnak; Issachar; Paltiel son of Azan; Asher; Alahad son of Shalomi; Naphtali; Pedahol son of Ammihud. These are the men the Lord had appointed to the grant of land in Canaan among the Israelites." Numbers chapter 35. While Israel was camped beside the Jordan on the plains of Moab across from Jericho, the Lord said to Moses, "Command the people of Israel to give to the Levites from their property certain towns to live in, along with the surrounding pasture lands. These towns will be the Levites to live in, and the surrounding land will provide pasture for their cattle, flocks, and other livestock. The pasture land assigned to the Levites around these towns will extend 1,500 feet from the town walls in every direction, measured off 3,000 feet. Inside the town walls in every direction, south, east, southwest, north, with the town of the center. With the town at the center, this area will serve as a larger pasture land for the towns. 6 of the towns you give the Levites will be cities of refuge, where a person who has accidentally killed someone can flee for safety. In addition, give them 40 to get other towns. In all, 48 towns with a surrounding pasture will be given to the Levites. These towns will come from the property of the people of Israel. The larger tribes will give more towns to the Levites, while the smaller tribes will give fewer. Each tribe will give property in proportion to the size of its land. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, designate cities of refuge to which people can flee if they kill someone accidentally. These cities will be places of protection from a dead person's relatives who want to avenge the death. The slayer must not be put to death before being tried by the community. Designate 6 cities of refuge for yourselves, 3 on the east side of the Jordan River and 3 on the west side of the land of Canaan. These cities are for the protection of Israelites, foreigners live among you, and traveling merchants. Anyone who accidentally killed someone may flee there for safety. But if someone strikes and kills another person with a piece of iron, it must be murdered. It is murder, and the murder must be executed. If anyone has a stone in his hand, strikes and kills another person, it is murder, and the murderer must be put to death. If someone strikes and kills another person with a wooden object, it is murder, and the murderer must be put to death. The victim's nearest relative is responsible for putting the murderer to death. When they meet, the avengers must put the murderer to death. If someone hates another person and waits in ambush, then pushes him or throws something at him and he dies, it is murder. If someone hates another person and hits him with a fist and he dies, it is a murderer. In such cases, the avengers must put the murderer to death when they meet. But suppose someone pushes another person without having shown previous hostility, or throws something that unintentionally hits another person, or accidentally drops a huge stone on someone, though they were not enemies, and the person dies. If this should happen, the community must follow these regulations in making a judgment between the slayer and the avengers, the victim's closest relative. The community must protect the slayer from the avenger, and must escort the slayer back to live in the city of refuge in which he fled. There he must remain until the death of the high priest, who was anointed with the sacred oil. But if the slayer ever leaves the limits of the city of refuge, and the avengers found him outside the city and kills him, if it would not be considered murder. The slayer should have stayed inside the city of refuge until the death of the high priest. Though these are legal requirements for you to observe from generation to generation wherever you may live. All murderers must be put to death, but only if evidence is presented by more than one witness. No one may be put to death on the testimony of only one witness. Also, you must never accept a ransom payment for the life of someone judged guilty of murder and subject to execution. The murderer must always be put to death, and never accept a ransom payment from someone who has fled to a city of refuge, allowing a slayer to return in his property before the death of the high priest. This will ensure that the land where you live will not be polluted. For murder pollutes the land, and no sacrifice except the execution of the murderer can purify the land from the Murderer, you must not defile the land where you live, for I live there myself. I am the Lord who lives among the people of Israel. Chapter 36. Then the heads of the clans of Galeed, descendants of Machir, son of Manasseh, son of Joseph, came to Moses and the family leaders of Israel with a petition. They said, Sir, the Lord instructed you to divide the land by sacred lot among the people of Israel. You were told by the Lord to give in the grant of land owned by the tribe, owned by the people of Israel. You were told that the Lord would give the Lord to give the grant of land owned by our brother Zelophehad to his daughters. But if they marry men from another tribe, their grants of land will go with them to the tribe into which they marry. In this way, the total area of our tribal land will be reduced. Then when the year of Jubilee comes, their portion of land will be added to that of the new tribe, causing it to lose forever to your ancestral tribe. So Moses gave the Israelites this command from the Lord. The claim of the man of the tribe of Joseph is legitimate. This is what the Lord commands. This is the Lord commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad. Let them marry anyone they like, as long as it is within their own tribal ancestral tribe. None of the territorial land may pass from tribe to tribe, for all the land given to each tribe must remain within the tribe to which it was first allotted. The daughters throughout the tribes of Israel who are in line to inherit property must carry within their tribe, so that all the Israelites may keep their ancestral tribe. No grant of land may pass from one tribe to another. Each tribe of Israel must be kept its portion of land. The daughters of Zelophehad did as the Lord commanded Moses. Nolah, Tirzah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Noah, all married cousins on their father's side. They hurried into the clans of Manasseh, son of Joseph. This, their inheritance of land, remained within their ancestral tribe. These are the commandments and tribes that the Lord gave to the people Israel through Moses while they were camped on the plains of Moab beside the Jordan River across from Jericho. And so that's the end for today. Excuse me. Yeah, there isn't like a whole lot to reflect on, so may you guys go and walk with God.